Diwali time and I'm going to share what I will be cooking for my family this Diwali. But before I get to the recipe, can I please request you to subscribe to my channel and also click on the bell so that you get a notification every time I share a new recipe. Moving on, this year I've decided to make veg biryani and I've had requests for this recipe as well, so I thought, well, I can do both things together. It's just a lot of vegetables, a lot of spices, and then running the rice through it, and it's just a great thing to cook, not just on Diwali but any occasion, any weekend, any gathering. You can have a big pot of biryani in the middle of the table and then everyone can help themselves. To start, get a pan nice and hot and then add lots of oil to this. 5 medium onions, thinly sliced. Cook these in the oil for 12 to 15 minutes to get them beautifully golden. So that is looking beautifully golden. Who doesn't like fried onions? One of the tips that my mum shared with me was to get the onions out in a sieve, and that will get rid of a little bit more of the oil. Leave it aside till we are ready to use it. So I'm going to get rid of some of the oil and just reduce it to 2 to 3 tablespoons. The oil is nice and hot and in goes all the whole spices, which is, you know, the base of a good biryani. So I'm going to start with 2 to 3 bay leaves and then a lovely cinnamon stick, 2 star anise and 4 to 5 cloves, and my favorite 5 pieces of these green cardamom. And last, I'm going to add 1 teaspoon of whole cumin. You don't want to let it burn, so a very quick mix. And then I've got 2 medium-sized onions which I've roughly chopped goes in as well. And what we want to do is get them to, guess what, golden brown before we add the rest of the vegetables. God, this smells so good already, and it's just the whole spices and onions so far. But the smell is so intense and beautiful. But it's time to add other things to it because we're still making a biryani. So I'm going to add 2 cloves of garlic and a centimeter of ginger, which I have grated. Mix it up so that the ginger and garlic are not raw anymore, which will take only a minute. And once that is done, I'm going to add 2 tomatoes, which I have roughly chopped, 2 tablespoons of tomato puree. And now the spices. So I've tried to make it easy for you. I've got really basic spices in here. So I've got 1 teaspoon of, 1 tablespoon, you won't be able to eat that. 1 teaspoon of salt, 1 teaspoon of red chilli powder, 1 teaspoon of garam masala, 1 teaspoon of ground cumin powder, and 1 teaspoon of turmeric powder. Mix it all up and throw in 50 ml of water because that will just avoid it from burning. Everyone uses their own choice of vegetables, but this is the basic that goes really well together. So I've got 1 small cauliflower cut in florets, 200 grams of fine green beans, and a large carrot, again chopped up. And I have got 2 potatoes, which some people don't add potatoes to biryani, but this is my biryani, so I'm adding what I like. That goes in, just a quick mix, and another 50 ml of water goes in. And last thing, I'm going to add a pinch of sugar, a big pinch of sugar to this, just to balance all the flavors. I can eat this straight away, but I'm going to be patient. And I'm going to cover this and cook on low heat for only 10 minutes. I don't want the potatoes and cauliflower to be cooked completely. And in the meantime, I'm going to start cooking the rice. Got a pan full of hot boiling water. Add a teaspoon of salt, and to that I'm going to add 400 grams of washed rice. Not wash it with soap, but just washed in water and rinsed rice, and I'm going to add it to that. I'm going to cook the rice till it's around 60 to 70% done. Again, not cooked through. We don't want to cook that through either. I'm going to add 1 bay leaf, a cinnamon stick, and a couple of cardamom pods. This will really add that deep flavor into the rice while cooking. Time to layer it up. I have got all the ingredients here. I'm using a really heavy pan because today I'm going to put it straight in the oven. Layer it with some rice, some fried onions, some veg, and again some rice, fried onion, and veg. While you're putting the layers in, this is a good time that when you can see any big whole spices, just take them out. Some mint, some coriander, and all of this fried onions. Whatever is left, just put everything in. And a little bit of rose water, just a few drops. Also, you can add some saffron infused milk to this. Cover goes on, ovens at 180°, and this is going in for 50 minutes to an hour. Whoa, it's heavy. Oh my God, this is the time when I wish there was a smell-o-vision and you guys could actually smell how amazing. There's just everything, all the spices, and also I can smell the rose water very, very mildly running through it. And this is just such a great dish to share with your family and friends. And I am now going to dig in. Oh, this is you will not miss any meat when you're eating this veg biryani. I can promise you that. I am going in. Please do give this a go, and don't forget to tune in next week to see what dessert I'm making for this Diwali. So try this, subscribe, share, and see you next week. Bye. Oh my God, it's just so good.